So today, it's my pleasure to welcome you to this special lecture series. This is eighth series since April we started, since January we started. The year 22 marks the 70th anniversary of establishment of a diplomatic relationship between India and Japan. To celebrate this momentous year, the Indo-Japan Business Council has decided to host a series of events, and today's series of lecture is a part of those events that every month we are hosting. And we have today with us Yukihiko Yamada-san, and today's topic is also going to be very interesting. But before that, let me introduce you to him. Yamada-san, born on 10th May 1956 in Hamamatsu, Japan. He has a MA degree in German philosophy. That's too very interesting. Working at a commercial banking and investment banking at a Deutsche Bank and Calyon Bank in Japan, Thailand, and India. In the manufacturing, he also worked in the manufacturing department of Sumitomo, and he wrote help writing many systems for the Japan and Europe. He is currently serving as a consultant of an Indian accounting system for the KyayMan Consulting in Gurgaon in India. And today he is going to talk, very interesting topic, and the theme is the comparison of Veda's proverbs with other cultures. That's a very intriguing and very interesting. We all know the Vedas, and we all respect we think it's teach us many things about our life, but there seems to be very interesting similarities between the Indian Vedas and other culture, and today Yamada-san is going to focus on those points. So Yamada-san, before you start, I will start your presentation at my side so that everybody can see, and then with your instruction I can move the slides ahead. So I will start the slides now. Just a moment. And by the way, this today's seminar is also live telecasted on Zoom. Everybody can watch there as well. And I can already see many people are joining over there. And now I will start.
Yes. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I think, I'm standby.
So, okay, so now I hope everyone can also see this presentation. And so, yes, Yamada-san, you can get started with your presentation.
Yes. My name is Yamada. I'm a Japanese and I am living in New Delhi now. Today, I'd like to try to make a comparison of Vedic proverbs with other culture. The comparison of Vedic verbs with other cultures. Some of my Indian friends say that the Vedas are the knowledge and the wisdoms and the history of Indian people. Even through the words of the Vedas have been translated into English, they contain many key words that Indian considers historically important. I believe that making comparison between other cultures and the Vedic world to see if there are similarities or not is helpful in recognizing and overcoming cultural differences. Effort to correctly replace the content with different language be rewarded if not perfectly same or if not sufficiently deep enough. Next page, please. I would like to give you some examples in the presentation, English, German, and French. And proverbs meaning is open to interpretation for the individual understanding, but if we can find underlying meanings in proverbs with different cultures, we can find cross-border sympathy. Comparison of meaning is interactive, and transmission, translation, interpretation, and syntax and semantical. There are several stages of understanding. Next page, please. The Vedas warned already some 1,000 years ago the danger of people falling into egotisms. From the example below, it seems that everywhere people are seeing that knowledge obsession is destroying them. We should strive to have more knowledge about things. However, simply boast to the others about how much we know only creates a sense of cultural superiority and prevents us from trying to understand people from other cultures equally. Next page, please. If we find significant meaning in proverbs from other country, we need to make an effort to find out if there are similar elements in our own culture. What we learn from proverbs comparison is our connectivity and the bond with other worlds. The surrounding areas of cultures are wide. Horizontal and vertical comparisons of proverbs are your free option. The importance of looking honestly into internal aspect of one's heart situation stay is there, I think. The first one, the theme is a pride or conceit. Pride of wealth destroys wealth. Pride of strength destroys strength. And in the same manner, pride of knowledge destroys knowledge. This is quote from some Veda. This can be in Japanese. 富を持つ誇りは富を滅ぼし、強さを持つ誇りは強さを滅ぼし、同様に知識を持つことへの誇りは知識を破壊する。出典はサムベーダーです。そして同じような内容で、日本語のことわざには増上慢というものがあります。この言葉は、this Buddhist, 増上慢 is a Japanese word which explain roughly the same content what the Veda said. Zojoman is actually originated from a Buddhist term. This is a warning against the thinking that you seem to have everything while you are still immature. If you are not still mature, but if you will have too much pride, that will destroy you. Next page, please. If a man thinks he is not conceited, he is very conceited indeed. This is a British writer, what a British writer said. This can be translated into Japanese. 自分がうぬぼれていないと思っている人は本当にうぬぼれている。I feel there is a similarity between this English word with the Veda's proverb. It seems that the self-conceit is imperfect, and as the Vedas explain, imperfection destroys the self. Same can be found in German language. Viel Wisserei lehrt nicht Vernunft zu haben. This was actually the word by the Greek philosopher, and this can be translated into Japanese. 多くの知識も分別の付け方を教えなくてはならない。Heraclitus is, of course, the Greek philosophers, and this can be this German sentence can be translated into English as knowing a lot does not teach you to be reasonable. I think it is in the sense what Veda said, in the sense that there is a difference between being knowledgeable and being reasonable. Next page, please. And then a French person said, l'orgueil de l'humanité est tellement grand qu'elle la rend aveugle face à son autodestination. It's if this can be said in Japanese, 人類はプライドが高すぎ、自分が自滅することに目を避けてしまう。これは、this was written by some net user who is not known. The English translation can be, in the human world, people take too much pride, which turns a blind eye to their self-destruction. It may be in the same direction as what the Vedas are trying to say, in the sense that the pride can destroy what person is supposed to do. Acquiring, then the next theme of Veda is acquiring knowledge. And what acquiring knowledge is the thing, is one thing, but if it is not translated into action, there is no use of such knowledge. Without blessings of the divine knowledgeable, even the knowledgeable man shall cease to attain total knowledge. Knowledge destroys darkness of the ignorance. It was written in Big Veda. In Japanese, 知識を得ることは一つの行為ではあるが、それが行動に生かされなければ、どのような知識も何の役にも立たない。神聖な知識に支えられなければ、知識を得た人も完全な知識を獲得したことにならない。知識は無知という闇を破壊するものである。これはリグベダ、it was explained in the Rig Veda. Next page, please. And if we try to find the same type of proverb, there is idiom which is called 知行合一 or 知行合一. This passage means this passage is originated from the Chinese philosophy compiled by Wang Yanmin. Or in Wang Yanmin is a Chinese pronunciation and Oyome is a Japanese pronunciation. In the late Edo era, there was a Japanese scholar who studied deep on the words of Oyome. The person's name is Nakae Toju. If we try to translate it into English, knowledge is the source of action, and action is perfected form of having good knowledge. This Japanese passage has also some similarity with Veda. What the Veda are trying to say is an attitude knowing things is meaningless unless it is not reflected in action. Then there's one American person, Lumbees is one of the original people who were living in US before the European came. What they said is seek wisdom, not knowledge. Knowledge is of the past. Wisdom is of the future. This can be translated into Japanese. 知識を求めるのではなく、知恵を求めよう。知識は過去のもの、知恵は未来のもの。This admonition not to be too much caught to the past is in line with what Veda wanted to express, I think. Next, please. In Germany, we can find this sort of idioms. It was said by the Hermann Hesse, wir verlangen das Leben müsse einen Sinn haben, aber es hat nur ganz genau so viel Sinn, als wir selber ihn zu geben imstande sind. 私たちの人生に意味を持つことを願うが、私たちは人生に意味を持つことを、願うが、人生に意味を持たせるのは私たち自身の力だけだ。Translation into English can be, we demand that life should have a meaning, but it only has so much meaning as we ourselves are capable of giving it. This passage is also try to explain, make one's effort to become meaningful must be in line with Veda's spirit. Les ânes ouvertes, la veille de la connaissance. 年を取れば、知識の前夜が開く。It can be translated into English. The passing of the years open our eyes of knowledge. We tend to interpret the situation as pointing in the same direction as the Vedic explanation that humans are deceived by false wisdom and knowledge during the lifetime. It takes time. Next, the subject is about the relationship between happiness and time. It takes time for fruit to mature and acquire sweetness and become eatable. Time is a prime factor for most good fortunes. で、果実が熟し、甘みを増し、食べられるようになるまでには時間がかかる。幸運を得るためには時間が必要だ。Next page, please. This is one of the phrase from Zen. The 五穀売れて万民休ず、五穀売れて万民休んず。When the grains are ripe, it becomes nutritious and people can live comfortably through them. This in Japanese, 人間に必要な穀物は木が熟した後栄養となり、人はそれを食べて安心して生活ができる。物事には熟するという過程が重要である。This connotation of the phrase is that the process of ripening is important. If I say that in the similarity with Veda, I think this was fundamentally in line with Veda's phrase, is the sense that, in the sense that the passing of the time, the harvest become nutritious for more and more. After ripening, people will become happy. Next, please. Anyone can count the number of seeds in an apple, but only God can count numbers of apples in the seeds. This was what the American pastor said. リンゴの実の中の種の数は誰にでも数えられるが、種の中のリンゴの数を数えられるのは神のみ。成熟する種は実の中に無数ある。The seeds that will ripen are innumerable. It cannot be counted, which are in the fruit. 種が成長して熟すると恵みは大きいという意味では、ベーダの内容と一致します。I think this is in line with the Veda verse which says that when seed grow and blessing are immense. Then German said, Reife des Mannes, das heißt, den Ernst wiedergefunden zu haben, den man als Kind hatte beim Spiel. Das ist Nietzsches Wort. 人の成熟、それは、子供時代、遊びの中で見つけた真剣さに大人になって、見つけることである。大人として昔の遊びへの真剣さを理解したとき、人は成熟したと言える。The meaning can be a maturity of the people that is having rediscovered the seriousness that one had as a child at playing time. This can be in Japanese, 子供の遊びは人間の成長の方が。A child's playfulness is the germ of human development. Malheureusement, condition des hommes à peine l'esprit est-il parvenu au point de la maturité, le corps commence à s'affaiblir. Montesquieu。人にとって不幸な状態は心が成熟すると同時に体が衰えること。In English, it can be unfortunate thing of mankind. No sooner has the mind reached the point of maturity than the body begins to weaken. 心身ともにいつまでも成長できるかという微妙な皮肉的な表現だと思います。ベーダの言葉に対してのパラドックスであるかもしれません。It is a subtle and ironic expression of the question of how long we can grow, both mentally and physically. It can be paradoxically to the above Vedic phrase. The relation between language and the meaning of existence. It's a word from Upanishad. It is not the language, but the speaker that we want to understand. 私たちが理解したいと望むものは言語そのものではなく話し手である。ウパニシャッド。日本では、in Japan, there's this way of saying, い言外にあるを尊ぶ。Origin of the proverb is not known. This can have the meaning, there is true meaning outside the words. If we understand, if you grasp the meaning of the words or phrase simply and literally, you may lose sight of what is importance behind. The Russian said, when money speaks, the truth keeps silent. お金が物を言えば真実は黙る。ロシアのことわざです。で、お金で全ての価値は測れない。ウパニシャットは言語を使う人の本質に迫ることの大切さを説いている点、お金だけの価値観に言わせてはいけないという点、ロシアのことわざと似たところがあると思います。You can't measure everything by using the money. The Upanishad had something similar to the Russian proverb in the sense that they teach the importance of nearing to the essence of the people as a human being, not fully depending on the speaking act, but not letting the value of money alone dictate what the truth is. In German, Hermann Hesse said that es wird immer gleich ein wenig anders, wenn man es ausspricht. It can be said that it always becomes a little different when you express it by verbal action. 人は言葉で表そうとすると、いつも言いたいことと少し違ったものになる。It is difficult to convey an idea accurately and completely through the words. Upanishad make the point that there are always gaps between people's intention and words. De grandes langues, peu de fruits et grand hommage. Il s'agit de proverbe, it is a French proverb. 体現相互すれば中身のない言葉が残り、大きな痛手が生じる。English translation can be from the big words, little food, and great damage. If you use a big words, the content will become rare. ウパニシャッドの意味する言葉と人間存在の意味の隔離が結末を現実的に引き起こすと説いていると思われます。It seems to be a realistic concretization of the extreme consequences through the human divergence caused between the words and truth, which is hinted in Upanishad. Continuity of these. One should strongly resent miserliness and indulge in charity because one can acquire the never-ending wealth of immorality by doing so. 人は隣職を強く恨み、事前に励むべきだ。なぜなら、そうすることで不老不死の無限の富を得られるからだ。This can means good deeds should be done in a right way, and such act need to be continued. In Japanese, this is again the Zen phrase, jiri rita. Ji means self, ri means useful, and ta means others. Doing what's good for myself and doing what's good for others are equivalently same. Doing good for others will in turn becomes doing good for myself. 自分の行い得る善を謙虚に実行すべきであり、法外なことを期待してはならない。I think this is in line with what the Veda were trying to say, that we should be humble in doing goods. we can do and not expect anything outrageous in return. Wenn es uns gut geht, dann sind wir verpflichtet, denjenigen zu helfen, mit denen es das Schicksal nicht so gut gemeint hat. This was also philosophers, not philosophers, I'm sorry. He's a businessman and a philanthropist. 自分たちにとって物事がうまくいっているのなら、運の悪い人たちを助ける義務がある。It can be said that if we are doing well, then we are obliged to help those with whom fate has not been so well. He is said to be a businessman, but he was a philanthropist. Die Gerechtigkeit ist nicht anders als die Nächstenliebe des Weisen. Leibniz said so. 正義とは賢者の隣人愛に他ならない。Next page, yeah. Qui a charité pour son prochain à la crainte de Dieu à soi. 隣人に慈しみの心を持つ者は神への恐れを持っている。He who has charity mind for the neighbor has the fear to God in himself. ベーダにおける他人への善なる行為は、キリスト教における隣人愛と似た性質があるのではないかと思います。It seems to me that the good deeds towards others, which is expressed in the Veda, has some similarity with the Christian love to the neighbor. Then truth and the next theme is truth and religion or religiosity. There is no religion greater than truth, and truthful person knows no fear. 真実より偉大な宗教はない。真実を知る者に恐れはない。Next, please. で、真言は美ならず、実現は真ならず。This was also, this is what we said in Japan, but the original proverb is coming from China. Lao Tzu, Roshi in Japanese. Lao Tzu is a Chinese philosopher who was in China 570 to 472 before Christian time. That 本当の言葉はいつも美しいものではなく、美しい言葉はほとんど真実ではない。Those words, true words are not so beautiful, and beautiful words are rarely true. That truth cannot be told by dressed up words. I think the Vedic view of religion and Lao Tzu's view of the truth have much in common. Fools and children tell the truth. In Japanese, バカと子供は本当のことを言う。嘘つきが世の中に大勢いることを知らないのは子供とバカ者だけかもしれません。ベーダの時代も現代も宗教の思想は誰からも無病であることが求められているのではないでしょうか。Perhaps it is only children and the fools who do not know that there are many liars in the world. In Vedic times and in our own modern time, the ideal of religion is to be infallible, isn't it? Gebet ohne Innigkeit ist verlorene Arbeit. 親密さを欠いた祈りは無駄な所業です。Praying without intimacy is prodigal work. 上辺だけの祈りの宗教はありえないという意味に介すれば、ベーダの説く宗教のあり方と類似点があると思います。If we understand this to mean that the prayer only on the surface cannot be a religion, then there are similarity with the way the Veda teaching on religion. Sans la religion, la vie est sans boussole. 宗教がなければ人生に羅針盤はない。Without religion, life is without a compass. What Veda says about the truth may be the compass of the human's mundane world. Thoughts on language. One should respect his motherland, his culture, and the mother tongue because they are giver of happiness. 人は自分の祖国、文化、母国語を尊重すべきである。なぜならそれは我々に幸福をもたらすものだからである。In Japanese, 思うこと言わねば腹ふくる。When I don't talk to the people about what I'm thinking, it's like that I have bloated stomach and I don't feel comfortable. 物事を伝えるための言葉を尊重し使用しなければ人は幸福になりがたいという意味で言えば、ベーダの言葉に敬意を込めるべきという意図。日本と古代インドの間に共通に通じ合うものであると思います。It means that it is difficult for a person to become happy if such a person does not respect to use words to communicate things with others. Then the Vedic intention to respect words and language is a common between Japan and India, I think. The most valuable of all talents is that never using two words when one will do. That's a word by the Jefferson. 全才能の中で価値のあるものは一つの言葉で話が済むときに二つの言葉を使わない。無駄な言葉を使わず、一言で人を納得させるよう言葉を大切に磨くと解釈すれば、ベーダの言葉に対する考え方と通じると思います。If we interpret this as a way to polish the words so that we can convince people with a single word without wasting too much words, might be in line with what Veda wanted to say. Lass deine Taten wie deine Worte und deine Worte wie dein Herz. Urant is a poet 自分の行動があなたの言葉と同じようになるように、そして自分の言葉をあなたの心と同じようになるようにしなさい。The English equivalent can be let your action be like your words and let your words be like your heart. 言葉と行動と思いが一致することは、ベーダの世界でも望ましいことと解釈されます。In the Vedic world, it would be understood as desirable to have words, actions, and thoughts are straight, harmonious. Si tu as quelque chose à dire, tu trouves les mots. 伝えたいことがあれば、言葉は必ず見つかる。English equivalent can be, if you have something that you want to really say, you will find the words. This is a gypsy's words. 素直な思いを表すのに難しい言葉はいらないと考えれば、ベーダの言う言葉を大切にする精神に通じると思います。If we think that we don't need difficult words to express our honest thoughts, it is in line with Vedic spirit of valuing words. Seriousness of the way how to express. Our words exhibit our nature, the type of person who you are, and the way we think from Samaveda. 我々の言葉は我々の性質、我々がどのような人であり、そして我々がどのように考えているかを示しています。多山の石を持って玉を収むべし。This is also old Chinese, classical Chinese proverb, which is used by the Japanese. The translation can be even a poorly shaped stone from another mountain can be used to polish their own jewelry. Using other people's mistakes as a source for self-reflection and for the restoration of oneself disciplines. よく磨かれたものを自分の備え物とする姿勢はベーダの言葉と通じると思います。I think that the kind of the attitude for preparing oneself to be a higher level of the refinement is similar to the attitude expressed in the above Veda phrase. There is a certain combination of anarchy and discipline in the way I work. It's a word from De Niro. 私の仕事のやり方は無秩序と規律の組み合わせだ。自分の物事に対する取り組み姿勢が仕事に反映されるという意味で、上記のベーダの言葉に通じるものがあると思います。I think it is similar to the above Veda sayings in the sense that your attitude to the things will be reflected in your work. Auch aus Steinen, die einem in den Weg gelegt werden, kann man Schönes bauen. It's a word from Goethe. 邪魔な石からでも美しいものを作ることができる。Beautiful things can be created from awkward stones that are scattered around on the road. 上記 上記のベーダーや中国の古典の引用と意味はほぼ同じだと思います。I think what the essential meaning is almost same as Veda quotes above German words and also Chinese classical words. Dans l'Oel du Veillard se trouvait ce chemin de la vie. It's African proverb. 老人の目には生き方が映し出されている。In the eye of the old man, you can see the reflection of the way of the people's life. 素直に人の目を見れば歴史がわかる、という意味に解釈すれば、ベーダに通じるものがあると思います。The above Veda phrase can be interpreted in the following way. If you look into person's eyes, you can read the history. Thoughts on living, who consider all living beings like themselves without prejudice and treat them all like friends, are real pious people. It is from the Yajur Veda. 全生物を偏見なく自分と同じ同類とみなし、友のように付き合える人は本当に敬虔な人だ。じゃあ、next page, please. Wenn die meisten sich schon armseliger Kleider und Möbel schönen, wie viel mehr sollten wir uns da erst armseliger Ideen und Weltanschauungen schämen. The word from Einstein. 大部分の人が貧相な服装や家具に恥じるくらいであれば、我々は己の貧弱な思想や世界観にもっと恥じなければならない。It can be translated into English like, if most of the people are already ashamed of poor clothes and furnitures, how much more should we be ashamed of our poor ideas and worldview? Ce que l'homme fait l'homme, l'animal ne fait pas. Shall aznabou. 人が人に対してなすことを動物はしない。It can be what man does to other men, the animal does not. It's a French singer. Reflection on the paths to be chosen. We should tread on the path of knowledge and attain growth and progress from Rigveda. 我々は地の道を歩み、成長と進歩を手に入れるべきだ。Japanese idiom, 冷暖自治。冷 means cold, 暖 means warm, 自 means self, 知 means to know or knowing. 自分で直接触ってみなければ冷たいものなのか熱いものなのかわからない。Literally meaning can be you can't really understand if it's cold or hot unless you touch it by yourself. Again, this word was originated from the old Chinese Zen books. This is a Japanese way of saying, and originally is of course in Chinese the Zen time. 意味するところは物事を表面的に理解したように思えても、意味の本質 を本当に理解したことにはならない。表面的な言葉の理解と本質の理解は別物です。で、ベーダーは正しくものを理解する方法を示しているのであり、この禅の言葉の意味するところに通じていると思います。The real meaning may be understanding the things superficially does not mean that the essence of the meaning is really understood. A superficial understanding of the language is not the same as an understanding of essence of language. Above Veda's words shows us how to understand things correctly, and the superficiality should be avoided. If you think that you know it all, think again. Who said this proverb is not sure? 自分は全てを知っていると思ったのであれば、もう一度考え直せ。で、ベーダの言葉では自分の成長と進歩を得るための自己研鑽を重要視していると考えられ、この英語のことわざは己が自分自身を自覚することから始められる重要性を説いているという意味で、ベーダとの共通性があると考えられます。The Veda saying is so to emphasize the importance of self-improvement for one's own growth and progress. And then the English proverb here has something in common with the Vedas in that it teaches us the importance of starting thinking through one's own self-awareness. Besserwisser sind die klug Scheißer unter den Dummköpfen。知ったかぶりは愚か者の中でも特に浅知恵をひけらかす輩だ。Know it all, a type of the person who shows that he knows everything, are the cunning rakes among the fools. 船舶な知恵では、知識では自分は人間として成長しないという意味で、ベーダの言葉の意味と通じると思います。I think this German saying is in the same direction of the Veda phrase that you cannot grow up as a person with shallow knowledge. Ne crois pas celui qui dit je sais tout, celui qui sait tout ne le dit pas. 私はすべてを知っているという人を信じてはいけない。すべてを知っている人はそんなことは言わない。This was said by an engineer in Tunisia. It can be, do not believe the one who says, I know everything. The one who knows everything does not say so. I think it goes in the same direction as the Veda word saying that those who think they know everything knows nothing about the essential, and that the way person develops as a person begins with the right experience. The meaning of having enthusiasm. The person who is enthusiastically attains everything through hard work and efforts. He can subdue all the enemies. 熱意ある者は努力をしてすべてを手に入れる。こういう人はすべての敵。And this can be 敵を圧する。Next, please. 思い立ったが吉日。思い立ったが吉日。 Literally, it can mean if you want to do something, don't hesitate to start. Tackle it immediately. The connotation can be, it is essential to start the things immediately before any unexpected factor will disturb you. ベーダと日本のことわざに熱意を大切にするという共通の思いがあると思います。I feel that between this Veda phrase and the Japanese proverbs, there is a common feeling towards enthusiasm. But workman always blames his tools. 下手な職人は仕事がうまくいかないと必ず道具のせいにする。Japanese proverb with similar nuance. Another Japanese proverb, 下手の道具選び。ものづくりが下手な人ほど使う道具の選定にこだわる。The worse a person is at making things, the choosier he is about the selection of the tools he uses. Dryden helfen die Mühseligkeit des Lebens und zu tragen die Hoffnung der Schlaf und das Leben. It's a word from Kant. 人生の苦難を耐えるには希望、睡眠、笑いの3つが必要。It can be translated, three things help us bear the hardship of life: hope, sleep, and laughter. 熱意を持って困難に立ち向かうという意味は、ベーダの言葉に通じると思います。The attitude of facing difficulties with enthusiasm is in line with what Veda said, I think. Sans apprentissage de la douleur, le bonheur n'est pas solide. 痛みとは何かを学ばなければ幸せは確かなものにならない。English translation can be without learning about pain, happiness is not solid. 本物の幸せを得るために乗り越えるべきものがあるという意味では、ベーダの言わんとすることに通じると思います。I think it goes well with what Veda said in the sense that there are things to overcome in order to achieve genuine happiness. Next page. Yeah, next page, please. Is that last page?
Yeah, this was the last page.
I'm sorry. Yeah. But anyway, what I want to say is that every day we face imperfect communication, and how to abridge the misunderstanding. We can learn something from the proverbs. From Veda and others, and the comparison can be made not only from the Veda side to Japanese or Chinese or German or French, but from the Japanese proverb you can assume what the Veda is saying, and also the same can be said to the other languages. So mutual trial to understand the meaning or the content of the communication that will abridge the communication lack is what I wanted to say.
That's wonderfully conveyed your message through your today's presentation, and I was completely blown away of your knowledge about all three languages, and so nicely you explain you through. I definitely want to ask you one
Mhm.
question.
Mhm.
Um, what inspired you to take this comparison study, or maybe discovery study, then say comparison study, to study the Vedas and then try to find out equivalents in other culture? Because it seems like your career in banking and manufacturing
Mhm.
companies are very different than what is your interest. So definitely there should be some very strong inspiration for you to do this.
Well, when I was in the university, I also tried to learn the linguistics, and I could not learn it so deeply. But I'm always thinking what the language can do, and through the language, what we can express. The content which I want to say to the others are often misunderstood, also vice versa. Therefore, how to minimize the difference in contents. Uh, uh, I am very much interested in.
So do you think this is only between the cross culture, or it is also common in a same culture? uh, I mean, language can be understood or misinterpreted between the two different culture. That is very common acceptance. But is it possible among the same culture also?
Yes, yes, I think so. The message or the content of the message is once uh, changed into the form of word, but that will also again be decoded to the thinking. And this process of coding and decoding is important, and we should take keep attention how to try to convey the contents.
Exactly. uh, I would like to understand your experience of this understanding while really working practically, not only in India but other places
Mm.
also. How does it help you uh, in working different cultures? You work in Thailand, you work in India, you work in some, I think, Germany also. So
Mm. Mm.
how does it help you?
Yeah, it's very simple that I could not convey my message, uh, and the people made so many misunderstanding, and I needed more words to explain. But actually, uh, is that the way that should be or not? It was always
Mhm.
a question to me.
Right, right. Probably sometime more word tend to cause more misunderstanding, but the less word may not convey the
Mm.
message. This seems to be very common thing happening.
Mm.
But yeah, very interesting presentation today.
Thank you.
If anybody have any comment or a question, please unmute yourself and you can ask. In meantime, I will check on the YouTube also. We have viewers on YouTube as well.
Okay. Hi, this is Vishwanath.
Yeah.
I was
Yes.
just, thank you for the splendid speech. I was just interested to know what was the source of information for Vedas,
Mm.
because it's very difficult to get the
Mm.
information. Could you please?
Yes, I use internet, and through the there is no specific books which I have used. Each time I tried to find the better words, especially the proverbs from the internet.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else have any comment or question? Okay. If no, then I would like to proceed to the vote of thanks. And by the way, I forgot to introduce myself before we because it was slightly delaying today. So apologies for that. My name is Siddharth Deshmukh. I'm current president of Indo-Japan Business Council. I'm very honored that today I got this duty to introduce Hamada-san because the moment I received information and the theme of this entire presentation, I was so excited and I was blocking this date definitely to attend this. But it seems like the responsibility fall on me today because there was some other team members were busy somewhere else. But that is so good. I'm very excited. So thank you very much for wonderful presentation, Amada-san. We are really happy to have you here. And also thanks to everyone who are present here and also many people who are watching this on YouTube. I also want to remind that this particular presentation will remain on our YouTube channel at IGBC YouTube channel there forever. And you can on demand watch it anytime, and you will find out all other lectures so far done on our YouTube channel. And this kind of a different diverse topics, not only the business, the culture, the food. Today we heard about the equivalent Veda and its equivalent in other culture and languages that broaden our worldview. These are so many interesting topics that we tried to cover this entire, and will continue to cover them in coming months also. And I think that is making the successful, bringing the peoples together, people to people connects, improving the people to people connects and understanding through this IGBC initiative on the this special momentous year of 70 years of diplomatic relationship between India and Japan. Yamasan, we would like to definitely see you again on this IGBC platform, maybe in future in person, because we keep doing a lot of events, and our upcoming event in November, Konichiwa Pune, is going to happen on 18, 19, 20th of November. So look forward for our communication. Next Friday, sorry, on 27th of this month, we will have a special lecture series where we will discuss more on the business side of India and Japan, and we will have representative from the JICA this time. For that event, you please visit our website www.igbc.org for more details. For now, thanks Yamada-san, and thank you everyone here for this splendid session of today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.